Hi, and thanks for joining us here at Pictureline, your premier camera store. We're super excited to have Louis Navarro with Fujifilm here with us today to talk about the new X-S10 mirrorless camera. Louis, how are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for having me part of this group. I'm glad
Yeah.
to talk about the new X-S10 camera. I'm excited.
We're very excited about it too. It's kind of a little bit of a surprise for us, but yeah, let's kind of jump right in and talk about it. The first thing that definitely stands out to me, and I'll kind of cheat and share with everybody that I actually have one of the cameras here. The thing that stands out to me so much is how great this feels in the hand. It's still a very compact little camera, but the grip is so much more substantial than what we're used to with a lot of the Fuji mirrorless cameras. Is this something, Louis, that you've heard from the early testers that they commented on as well, or what's the feedback been like on that?
Yes. So our feedback from our testers, definitely it's different from our departure from our other cameras. So it is a part of our new family. The X-S10, XS, it's going to be between your XH and your XT series of lineups. So it's
Okay.
a new family of our camera, X series cameras.
So that kind of explains the larger grip. It definitely, now that you mentioned the XH1, it definitely has kind of an XH1 type feel in terms of something more substantial to hold on to, but still very small and compact, which I love. Another thing that I noticed about the camera is this departure from the interface that we're so used to. With a lot of the Fuji cameras, we have a dial for shutter speed and ISO or exposure compensation. And here they've gone with a little bit more traditional program, aperture priority, shutter priority, manual type dial. Do you know, is this a new direction for Fuji? Is this going to be kind of unique to this line or
So it
this
is a new
model? Like, what are your
direction.
thoughts there?
It is new direction, and it's just strictly on this line currently. So it is far from departure from our other, like you said, ISO independent dial with shutter speed. Now having a dial that is just for your PSM control, styled with the new, ergonomic style of the body and the grip, it just makes it very simple to use, very comfortable, and very easy to travel with. So I think it's something that we're adding to the new lineup, that it will be
Okay.
appeal to quite a few folks.
I imagine that this PASM dial is probably a little bit more familiar for people that have been on a different system. I know that that's kind of been a little bit more of a traditional kind of interface. So maybe people that are coming from different brands might be a little bit more familiar with it. Do you think that played into things at all?
I'm sure it does. It does play for folks that are familiar with their other systems, that coming to our system, it's really very similar, very easy to pick up and start operating the camera, start taking pictures.
Awesome. The specs on it seem very similar to like an XT30 or an XT4 from a sensor and processor standpoint. Can you tell me, is there anything that I'm missing there? Any noticeable differences, or is it very similar in those regards?
So with the new S10, XS10, we do have similar in-body stabilization like the XT4. So you do have
Okay.
five stops. You will have your 4K DCI 4K. What's different from the XT30, that this will do super slow motion at full HD 240p, so that it's a little bit different from the XT30. Very similar to the XT4. It is single card, UHS-1. I will be using the NPW126S battery, so to keep it very compact. Some combination of different features between our XT3 and our XT4.
Okay. So would you say it's a little bit closer to the XT4 than the XT30, or?
Definitely, yes. In performance, having in-body stabilization, just going to have a very smooth filming. With the HDMI 10-bit from the port, the professionals could get really good film quality of making from that. Yes, definitely. it's definitely, I think for folks who have X-T4 as their A camera, this would be perfect for their B camera. Or if they're
Okay.
just their first Fujifilm digital camera, that'll be their first, and it's very capable to do everything, both stills and video, with the very
Yeah,
smooth.
I was gonna say with that larger grip and the in-body stabilization, I imagine that this is probably going to be a really good kind of run and gun video type camera. And you mentioned some of the video specs. Are there any other like video centric things that we should be particularly aware of with this new model?
Well, some of the videos very similar to the X-T4. Don't think it does not go to 4K 60, but for film making, it has pretty much everything you need to do professionally, just using the combination of some of the X-T4 components, using the CMOS 4th generation with the new X-Trans sensor also. So it's the current sensor that we're currently using, the X-T3 and X-T4. So quality-wise, this should be identical when you're filming or you're shooting stills, both for travel or for products or weddings, because you have all 18 film simulation channels. The color science that we talk about, it is true, it is real. It's just the generation from our film started back in 1934, 35, back in the film days, motion pictures. So it's something that they can really match all their cameras to the film styles.
So in spite of the new interface, there's definitely, it sounds like a lot of the features that we've come to kind of know, expect, and love out of the Fuji X series cameras.
Yes, and the thing is, you have a big lineup of different lenses, family lenses of our system. So we have our XF system, we have our XC, and then most important, our MKX. Those are your cinema lenses. So you have the whole lineup of lenses from your sports fast lenses, including your 51.0 that just got released, including the MK lenses and even our sports lenses, and our new 2.0 lenses that keep it very compact. So it's I think they really have a good assortment to choose from.
Awesome, awesome. So do you have any idea kind of what we're expecting this camera to sell for, or when we can expect to see it in stores?
So body only, it'll be $999.95.
Okay.
We're going to offer 2 lens kits. One's the 1855 for I believe $1399.95, and then the 16 to 80 for $1499.95. This is 2 of the same lenses that we offer also with the X-T4 and X-T3. Black finish, we're looking at around mid-November to hit the market.
Okay.
Don't have an exact date, but about mid-November, just in time for the holidays.
Awesome. Well, like I said at the beginning, the feel of this camera is phenomenal. I think it's going to be a home run with customers. I think people that are used to Fuji are going to love it. The menu system is very familiar and things like that. And people that are looking to supplement or switch over from another brand are going to have an easy time using it because of the change in the control system. So I think this is going to be a great selling model for you guys, and we're excited to see them when they start shipping in volume.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, a lot of folks who usually use a neck strap, this is a perfect for a wrist strap or no strap, especially if they're doing, you know, V-blogging. Anytime they don't want to have anything hanging off the camera, any type of strap. It has a nice grip that you could do without the strap if you needed to. So yes,
yeah, I'm
pretty excited. It's just it's going to be a great, terrific camera for any type of, you know, photography from stills to filmmaking.
For sure, for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Louis. We really appreciate you being here, and we'll talk again soon, hopefully.
Thank you, Nick, for having me.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.